one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to my co-host, Zeropium. We are going to finish up our SNES talk today. SNES, as some people call it. I don't know why the fuck people call it SNES.
Who knows? Extreme Super Nintendo? I don't know.
SNES.
Oh man, good times. Good times.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to Mark the Infinitely Tired Bash brother of the South is here. Gun Buddy. Good morning, Gun Buddy. How are you doing? Chris Spurgia, the Wrench of Wrenches, is here. Good morning, Chris. Hope you're having a great one. Arwen Avalon, the lady Arwen Avalon is here. She says, "Growl for me, Zero."
Is that my dear? Is that going to be a thing every time? I mean, I don't want to be predictable here. Ladies,
I just made that part up. She never said.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to stroke your ego.
Oh,
I'm not trying to stroke anything else. Dave Bob, good morning. Good morning, Dave Bob. How are you doing? Happy anniversary, my friend.
I saw that earlier. Happy anniversary, my friend. It is good to see you living life to the fullest with the love of your life. Congratulations.
Hell yes, 42 years, brother. Congratulations. That is amazing. Dean Krantz, good morning, my brother Dean. How are you doing? Hope you were doing well. Psychodorf 9, good morning, brother. Good morning. How are you doing? Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass, how are you doing? Good morning. Happy Monday. It's a good Monday. It's Monday. It's a holiday.
Monday.
Indeed, it's a holiday. Most people are sleeping in.
Can't blame them.
No, can't blame you. Pat S., good morning, Pat S. Hope you were doing well, my friend. Happy Monday to you. Captain Trek, good morning, Captain Trek. Hope you were doing well. Hope you are doing well. Daryl the Derelict, good morning, Daryl. How are you doing? Great show the other day. You did a great show the other day.
Excellent.
Daryl's got a great channel called The Back Tube. If you guys aren't subscribed, head over there now. Subscribe, ring that bell, bash that notification bell. Make sure you are notified for when they go live. Great show. Him and Darth Arlene do a great show. Brightest Day. Brightest Day. How are you doing? Working like always. No holiday for me. I know what you mean, brother. I know what you mean. I absolutely do. Brightest Day has a wonderful channel as well. He kicks ass, takes names. Stig Kenobi. Is it a holiday today over there? It is, Stig. It is President's Day. So, who knows what's going to happen? It'll be a crazy day today. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to kick things off and talk about our favorite. Give me just a second. Let me get my thing pulled up here. Our favorite SNES or SNES.
SNES. It's the SNES, man. It's always going to be the SNES.
SNES, whatever.
Whatever it is, man. Super freaking Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
Superpower. Yeah. Oh, here we go. We're starting off already. Right away, though. Yeah, I just want to once again give a quick thanks to everybody with your suggestions last week. Because I don't know about Loki, but all of you that put the games on my list to go through, man, a testament to how cool that system was. I did not have a bad game to go through. They were all great. All great.
Nope. All great games. Yeah. Wonderful games.
Absolutely. So Loki, to take us through, what do we see in here?
Well, we've got Final Fantasy 2 here. But we've got so many other great games coming up. When I added Chrono Trigger. You're going to see some Chrono Trigger animation here in a minute. Someone was asking me last night because I was like making this when I did our member stream last night. Someone was asking me, that is a insane intro for SNES. I don't remember that. I said, well, it's the animated intro that they gave Chrono Trigger later. But every time I see that, I can't help but think of that game.
Yeah.
So I love Chrono Trigger. I love the Squaresoft back when it was Squaresoft, not Square Enix. Squaresoft made such wonderful games.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, some really great games.
Yeah, it was an excellent partnership there with Nintendo and Squaresoft. They were right up there with Rare and everything in the 90s. It's like them and Nintendo together could do no wrong.
And Stig, man, I love Knights of the Round Table. I love that game. I've got the arcade version of that game. I
Yeah.
like that game so much.
Love me a good beat 'em up. That was it. And charming. That was a very charming one too.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
If I could get that arcade machine, I would. It's one of those arcade machines where I was like, man, if I could get that, I so would.
No kidding. So obviously major role playing in this game here. I mean, oh my god. Like even the art style, as simplistic as it is, look at the detail there. I mean, that's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. That's something that would still play well today. It looks and plays good today.
Absolutely.
Man, not a bad game to go through. Sorry, spoiler alert, guys. There's no bad games on the list today. At least for me. Yeah, so much, man.
And yes, absolutely. Stig Secret of Mana. Another good, and another Squaresoft game.
Yeah.
Another Squaresoft game.
Go figure. Oh, look, there's mode 7 kicking in there. Oh, that's so beautiful. So beautiful. Look at the detail.
I know we got Chrono Trigger. Okay, yeah. Well, let's go to a game on your list, though. You know,
all right. Because
yeah, you got?
We could talk for hours here, man. But yeah, we got so much to cover. We may have to do another one of these in the future. But anyway, we'll stick to the basics here for what we got. Let me consult my list because it was a big list, guys. We had so much to go through. Where the hell did my list go? All right, so here we go. So obviously on my list, the first one I went through was Super Mario Kart, the granddaddy of them all. Now, obviously, not everybody is going to agree that this game has aged well, because with the later titles in the series, obviously they're going to refine things and get better. You could say that about so many franchises. The games just get better as time goes by. But for me personally, I still have a lot of fun with Super Mario Kart. If any of you saw the raw footage, you saw I didn't do all that great doing the Mushroom Cup again. It took me a while to regain my footing, but yeah, as clunky as it is, it's still so much fun. It is absolutely so much fun. And to think of, I mean, it's that game is 30 years old this year. Like, how friggin' insane is that? And I still enjoy it, so I know I can't be the only one. Clunky as it may be, as frustrating as the AI can be, y'all know Luigi loves to pop his little invincibility star pretty much anytime he feels like it. But yeah, just so much fun. I will pick up and play Mario Kart any day of the week. Absolutely.
Yeah. I with mine, my first one here, Chrono Trigger. That's the first game I went back and played for a little bit. I can play this anytime. There is no not going back to it.
Yeah.
This is something that I've got on multiple systems now. I've got the original Kart for SNES. I've got the PS1 version, which has all this beautiful animation in it. Mm-hmm. I've got the PC version. I've got a version on PlayStation 4. I've got a version on Xbox. It's freaking Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. And you know, you just ran through a whole master list of every system that it's on. That just goes to show the reach that this one little individual game had, spanning decades upon decades, and how many fans it has built up over time. Like, it's just crazy. And I think it's really cool that, you know, having it on multiple platforms gives people of all ages a chance to play through, like whether you got a PlayStation or an Xbox. The fact that you can pick this up and play it and maybe experience what we all did 30 years ago, that's amazing.
What's next on your list?
Next on my list, well, rounding out, I'm just going through the initial top 5 y'all gave me. I did play some Madden 94, but obviously, you know, nothing highlight worthy there unless you want to sit through a whole game. And the next one on my list was Killer Instinct.
Instinct.
Yeah, that was the next one I ran through. Oh god, it still plays great if you're into that sort of genre. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's like the Mortal Kombat, you know, code button mashing kind of thing. If you're into that sort of thing, Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo still holds up well today. Again, another fantastic title by Rare, who could do no wrong back then. big problem I had, I defaulted to Saberwolf because he was always the easiest for me to pick up and figure out combos and shit like that. But there's so many cool characters, and man, you up the difficulty on that thing, it does not screw around. It will kick your ass and ask you to come back begging for more. But fantastic title, absolutely.
Speaking of fighters, I did take the time to play Super Street Fighter Turbo. I do not have any footage of that today, but as always, I've got an arcade cabinet.
Yeah,
I've got the arcade cabinet. I've got the game on multiple systems. Everything from Super Nintendo to the PlayStation, to the PlayStation 4, to Xbox, to the anniversary editions. I've got the collector's edition on PS1. There's so many different versions of Street Fighter that you can't really be like, whoa, I haven't played Street Fighter in years. There's always a Street Fighter to play if you want to play a modern day Street Fighter.
Absolutely. Yeah. Also, real quick, War Monkey. Yeah. Hit Cinder. Yeah. War Monkey up there. Killer Instinct was freaking amazing. Awesome opening and music. Game came with a music CD. Yeah. It was called Killer Cuts, the official soundtrack. I still have that somewhere. Mine came with the soundtrack and a code book or something like that. But yeah, really, really cool. Also,
Badass asks if do you think you can do an episode about emulators? I'm fascinated by them, but know nothing about them.
We could do that if you want.
Yeah, there's a really good one now called RetroArch that pretty much is like plug and play.
Yeah.
So a lot easier than the emulators of old.
Now, are Padass, are you talking like physical emulators or ones that you download like software? Because we could do both.
We could do both. Yes.
Yeah. And we can go both ways on that one. Also, real quick to the one, I'm sorry, I forget who it was, but the one who was begging and pleading with us to do Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 last week, just for you, I did do it. I did not record anything. And the bottom line why is I just got my ass kicked. It was embarrassing. It was really cool to play it again, but man, I was so bad at it. There was nothing there worth recording. So I'm sorry. I did give it the old college try, but there was nothing there worth showcasing.
Some of those games, some of the Mortal Kombat games had like Mortal Kombat 2. There is virtually no way to combo when the computer can combo all day long.
Yeah. Combo breaker.
Basically the way they did the AI, it knows by your button presses what you're doing. So pretty much knows like before you do what you're going to do. So it's always ready. It always knows what you're going to do because it's literally viewing your button presses. So.
Yeah. Damn cheaters.
Damn cheaters.
Yeah. Damn cheaters.
You remember the racing games when they would rubber band, the cars would rubber band?
Oh God, don't get me started on it. Yeah. Super Mario Kart. Yeah. Here we go.
Speaking of racing games.
Oh, guys, thank you so much for recommending this one. Also, I don't know. I throw the raw footage on YouTube just for kicks. I had so much fun playing F-Zero just to go through this little beginner Grand Prix again. And if you haven't seen it, go watch this video to the end because, oh man, it is a Shakespearean tragedy. What happens? Everything was going so well, but oh yeah, like the one drawback to this game is there's no multiplayer, but for it being an entry, like the germination of the F-Zero series, and a launch title on top of that for the NES or Super NES. Absolutely fantastic game. And it's got a real good challenge the further on you go.
I take it you forgot about your boost.
You actually don't get boost until you complete the first lap.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At least I think that's what it was. Because, yeah, anytime after the first lap, I had boosts at the ready. But I'm pretty sure you don't get them until after lap 1.
Nice.
Yeah, but this ended in tragedy. Actually, this was actually my second attempt going through this. The first attempt, I actually finished an entire beginner Grand Prix. This one ended in tragedy. Of course, on the very last lap, things just had to go wrong. Yeah, Mark the Infinite. Oh God, dude, I played the absolute shit out of F-Zero on 64. I would love to do that one someday. But oh yeah, but F-Zero on the SNES, it is classic. It is so much fun. Um, AI, not too bad, but it can kick your ass. You just got to get used to it. But yeah, phenomenal game, absolutely.
All right, so Zelda. What can you say about Zelda, especially Zelda on the Super Nintendo? Super Zelda.
Super Zelda
Super Zelda.
with a cape and a big Z on his chest.
The music gets in your head, and
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to sleep, and I just keep hearing that, da na na na.
Yeah. Oh look,
And
Link Link found his nightstand. Da-na-na-na. Oh man.
God,
Yeah. I mean, really, what can you say about it that hasn't been said unless it's, your own personal recollections and stories? Because everybody's just got nothing but praise for it, and deservedly so.
I picked up potted plants and threw them at things.
I liked just cutting all the weeds. I felt like
Oh, yeah.
if I had nothing going on, I could at least help out the village and do some gardening for him. Also, real quick earlier, Pat S says he would prefer both physical and software emulation. So yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Because by all means, ladies and gentlemen, don't think that this part 2 is the end of the road, because we could keep going on forever.
Oh yeah, there's so many games in Super Nintendo to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. So, my brother, what is next on your list? While we look at me kind of embarrass myself.
Super
here.
Metroid.
Super friggin' Metroid. Well, y'all
which
know
I do have footage
yeah.
of.
Yeah, we had a lot of footage of, guys. Well, y'all know how I feel about it. So Loki, give us your little retrospective on
this was one of the first games I ever played where I was like, I'm gonna find every little secret in the game.
Mm-hmm. And there are a lot.
And there are a lot. I'm gonna 100% this game, and I'm gonna get everything. And I would be doing something and run like and jump through a wall. My friend would be watching, my brother Chris would be watching, and I'd like run past a stage, jump up through like the level into a secret like little thing to get a bonus health or something.
Yeah.
And his mouth would be on the floor like, how the hell did you know that was there? And it was like you just learned where everything was. And the more you played it, the more you mastered it, the more you knew, okay, I need to do this here and this here to get this. The cleaner you got and the better you got.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure, you could go and fight and beat the game without all the coolest stuff and without all the health bonuses and all that. But what was the fun in that?
Yeah. That was how it was back then. You didn't have walkthroughs, or some people had the power. They had the power.
That's right.
But they threw those out there because it was a different world for people, like literally and figuratively speaking, from Zelda and Metroid and all those kind of exploration games. It was literally a real-time treasure hunt, and it was up to you to figure out what to do, where to go.
You had the wizards, and that's why there was that damn movie. You had the people that just knew. You had the people that knew, that learned, that adapted, that just played, and then you had the people that used guides.
Yeah.
And there was nothing wrong with using a guide. You weren't going to get your chops busted for using a guide if you needed to.
Yeah.
But some of us took great pride in checking every corner, every crevice, looking for everything to make sure we could find that elusive 1% to top off our 99% completion.
Yeah. Also, to clear up any confusion, I am Green Saberwolf. I don't know why, guys, but every time I started the arcade mode in Killer Instinct, Saberwolf would always be my first opponent. I tried probably 5 or 6 times, and it was always Saberwolf. So I'm in the green. Yeah, so big old Stig Kenobi there has a good question for both of us. What was the first video game you played on any console? That is a real good question because I have no idea.
I can tell you the first game I ever remember playing, and that was Pitfall on the 2600.
Oh God, Pitfall with was it Leapin' Larry? Something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, whoa, you'd get on the thing and jump over the
Yeah.
crocodiles, and yeah,
I don't remember the first game I ever played. But I do know it was on the Intellivision console. My parents, we had an Intellivision growing up. So I don't know. I can't pinpoint the first game on that thing I ever played. It was probably a toss up between Dungeons and Dragons, Snafu, skiing, basketball, like anything that was on Intellivision. We probably had it. I have mentioned this before. First NES game I ever played was Ninja Turtles, the first one. Because man, you're a kid in the 80s and 90s, there was nothing bigger than the Ninja Turtles. So yeah, that was that.
yeah, Atari 2600, and then Nintendo. I know the first game I had for Nintendo, I was very lucky. I didn't think so at the time. But the first game I got for Nintendo, besides Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, was a game called Metal Gear, made by an unknown video game creator at the time, Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, a very unknown and young Hideo Kojima. I say young, he still looks young today. Pitfall Harry. Thank you, Mark. Yes, thank you. It was Pitfall Harry. But yeah, go how incredible is that? Such a tiny start on a minuscule
I didn't like it
unknown
either.
game that been
I didn't
yeah.
like it. I was so pissed because I was like, "Oh, cool! I got another game," and I went and played it, and I was like, "I don't like this game." And it sat in its box
Mhm.
for like maybe a year
Yeah.
before I was bored one day, and I was like, "Okay, I'll try it."
Yeah.
And it wasn't like I played that game for weeks, just that game. And,
Mhm.
and that's and I literally had a book. I had a scrapbook with all these because you used to have to write down your saves. Right now, there's a whole generation of people going,
Oh, yeah.
"What?"
You
You
had to
used to have to
write
write
things
down,
down?
yeah, you had to write down your saves. So literally, what you had was you had 16 characters on top, 8 by 8, and then 16 characters in the middle, and then 16 characters below that, all 8 by 8. And what you could do is if you saved constantly and you watched, you'd figure out the first number and the first letter in the first 8 block on the top left. Those were your health.
Yeah.
Every time you got a new star, because you had like a life bar and then you had stars,
Mhm.
and that's where your health was. Every time you got a new star, you got an increased number and letter from what it was originally in the line of code. It was one of the first things I ever looked at where I was like, oh my God, I'm figuring this out. I'm looking at this code and I'm figuring out what controls what. And it wasn't too long before I was literally writing my own game code to figure out, hey, I can start at the very beginning of the game with all this cool shit if I just manipulate these lines right here
Yeah.
and do it the way I want to.
Yeah.
So you could literally
There was a
start a new
science to it.
game.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could literally start a new game with all kinds of extra stuff, including max health, if you did it this way.
Mhm. Yeah, like, how cool is that? I mean, yeah, and people still laugh like, "Oh my god, you had to write things down or you had to look up guides and stuff." It's like, dude, that was how you got your shit together back then. You felt
That's
like you
right.
you were getting organized. You had, and you know what? There was nothing wrong with, consulting the power or asking, friends on the bus ride to school or anything like that. Because the bottom line is, as long as it wasn't a cheat code like Game Genie or something that was breaking the game wide open and legit making it impossible for you to lose, even with guides by your side, you still had to do everything yourself, you know? I mean,
Yep.
it took away the mystery of knowing what to do, but you still had to go and physically do it yourself. And I think that's somewhat of a lost art these days, you know? Believe it or not, I think games just got easier.
Well, I remember one of the things me and my dad did together was we played Where in Time Was Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
And if anybody remembers where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, right? Okay,
with those Beach Boy wannabes.
we had a notebook completely maxed with every bit of information on all the goons she had, and literally from the first clue you got, we could tell you exactly where Carmen is. Mm-hmm. So literally just going off on the first clue and what the first clue said, we could tell you exactly where Carmen was going to end up, because we knew from everything that we wrote down how it was going to happen and break down.
Yeah. Speaking of, so real quick, DJ Ronnie G, Super Mario Brothers 3 Game Genie, SLXPLOVS. I don't remember what that one did. It was either like Infinite Lives or something. But yeah, that's the only one I remember.
And this son of a bitch sitting right here, this Bartleby guy, playing Back to the Future Part 2 and 3.
Ooh.
On my Nintendo all the time. Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Part 2 and 3.
Not that they were that good, but still, nostalgia. Those are ones you got to put nostalgia goggles on for.
So, and he just bought the gold Legend of Zelda.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Legit, that's cool, man. Very cool.
Pat S. Low-key, was there anything better than going to Blockbuster to get a game and find there are none left on the shelf, but the guy behind up front had one that he hadn't reshelved yet? Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. We had, where I used to rent my games, there was a place called, there's one left in town. There's one video rental place left in town, if you can believe that. It was called Jumbo Video. Canadians, you'll know what I'm talking about. But the place was so cool because they had, videos and video games, and whether you were going to rent something or not, they gave away free popcorn. So
we would fight. Me and Bartleby would fight. What would happen was we'd go and we'd rent like the new game, and one of us would go over, "Oh, dude, you got that?" And then like the other one of us would be waiting for one of us to take it back so we could get it. Mm-hmm. It'd be like I'd have it and he'd be waiting for me to take it back to the store so he could do it, or vice versa. They'd get like fucking Looney Tunes or something. I'd be like, "Oh, that's badass," and then I'd be waiting. You guys, to get it.
Watch this trick shot here. This took me some getting used to. Also, real quick, Kirby's Dream Course, it's absolutely charming, fun mini golf game. I'd a little bit rusty at this one, not gonna lie, but yeah, this is so much fun if you just want to kick back and chill out. And there's a lot of good decent challenge later on too. Here I am pulling out the trick shots here. Look at this fucker go. Watch this. Oh, boo, yeah, look at that shot. 2 shots, course clear. Sorry, go ahead. just to describe what it is we're looking at here. Yes, this was Kirby's Dream Course. This was another recommendation, so thank you for the recommendations. This is a lot of fun. Can't go wrong with Kirby. You can never go wrong with Kirby. Oh, here we go.
Okay, so Super Punch Out. Is Super Punch Out still relevant after I'm like trying to figure out, I'm like, why is this not working? Well, the buttons are all weird. That's why. I don't know why, but the A button is not the button you want to confirm everything. It's like they want you to go off of B.
Yeah.
Which is really weird.
Because, that's Nintendo. B comes before A, don't you know?
Gabby J.
Gabby J.
This was really fun. I really enjoyed playing Super Punch Out again.
Yeah. So walk us through here. How you feel about your chances against Gabby J? You just
he doesn't stand. He
kind of feeling him out there. Let him get a few shots in, juking and jiving like a good old Mike Tyson would train you.
I probably didn't have to like give him as much time as I did. I like gave him so much of an opportunity. He's like, "Come on, come on." Knockout. Boom.
Yeah.
23 seconds in. I think I get second. Here, someone got apparently he didn't get back up for them. But yeah, but now I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going off.
Let's just go balls to the wall here.
Yeah.
Punk Wild Alaska, I know this is the wrong system, but did you guys talk Marble Madness when talking about NES classic games? Okay, back to SNES. I don't know if we did cover Marble Madness, but that
If we
one is
didn't, it was a crime.
yeah, because that is another classic puzzler. If you guys haven't tried that, go nuts. Yeah.
So yeah, perfect round.
Yeah, perfect round. So would you say, because obviously the SNES has more buttons, would you say this is a little more in-depth or complex than the original Mike Tyson Punch-Out?
Definitely. Definitely. I like that. I love Punch-Out, but I'm still a super Punch-Out fan.
Mm-hmm.
Punch-Out's great, but
God. And also this guy, apparently he's from Canada. This is not a representation of Canadians.
He's got maple syrup.
He's got maple syrup on his nipples, man. In his pants. That's his weak spot. Hell yeah. Oh, look at Loki. Just give him the old 1-2 there. Yeah. Oh, God. This takes me back. This takes me back. And to think, like, when you first pick this up the very first time, you realize how easy these entry-level characters are, but you got your ass kicked or something. Like,
yes.
Oh, my God. Yeah. But it's a learning curve. You got to learn everything, man. That's how it was. You pick up a controller and you do it.
Humor and waffles. It's so good. Yes.
Oh yeah, man. Little Loki, just give him those shots. Oh, and there he is doing his ballerina knockout thing.
Twinkle toes.
Twinkle toes, man. I love Punch-Out. Love all the Punch-Outs, even the one that's not Mike Tyson. It's essentially the same game anyway, but
yeah, and yes, Project Storytime. Loki beats up old men confirmed.
Hey, you know what? Oh, Gabby J had it coming to him. He's in there showboating for the crowd and everything, saying, "Come on, come on, come on." He had it coming to him. You sign up to be a pro boxer, you should know what you're getting into. There we go. Loki taking third place already. Hell yeah. So obviously you would still pick up and play Super Punch-Out to this day.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh God, look at this quick bald bastard. All right. Well,
there we go.
This one needs no introduction. So
dun, 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 dun.
The savior of the video game industry itself. Obviously, this is the All-Stars collection, but yeah,
how you loved Mario?
Who didn't love Mario? That would be the quicker answer. But yeah, how you feeling about this one?
Oh no, good, absolutely.
It's like, dude, this game sucks. I don't know how people liked it back then. It sucks.
Oh, bullshit.
That is bullshit.
Edging onto the edge of the question mark. Edge.
I love how he just look at the style points there. Style points. Oh man.
Bing.
It's like Zelda. You can't say anything about Mario that hasn't been said already.
I've lost a little bit of a step since then, but yeah, I held my own.
Oh yeah,
I held my own for
we're not here to judge. It's like we said, 2-3 weeks ago when we first started this little project. A lot of these captures that we got for you guys are the first times we've played these in probably quite some time. And I will freely admit that that's not me making up or making excuses for looking bad. That's just how it is,
I lost my soul to Mario games.
Yeah, I think Mario and movies when I was a young kid were responsible for teaching me how to swear.
And speaking of warp gates, Bartleby says we refound all the warp gates. Yes, I actually do.
Yeah,
reuse the warp gate in level 2 here.
Wow, what a secret to stumble on. That moment when you break those bricks and you actually start running up there and you think you've broken something and then you realize, nope, there's actually secrets in here. That just starts making you question everything. Like, oh my God, what else did they hide? Like, how cool is that? Yeah, Mario, you can't say enough good things. He's just there
you go. There you go.
Sequence broken, guys. Yep. A whole new world of possibilities going on.
Running on top of the level.
You should do that glitch jump in that pipe over there that brings you to the minus world. If anyone knows about that, I'm sure some of you do. Mm-hmm. Basically, just you clip your way through the wall there before the warp pipes, so the warp pipes don't actually load properly, and then you take the first pipe you see into a minus world, and it's essentially just an infinitely scrolling water level. That's about it. Yeah, Mario. Oh god, this is taking me back. So this was the cart that had Super Mario World on it as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. This is
Yeah.
redone Super Mario 1, 2. I only played one.
Mhm.
I didn't play 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, the Mario trilogy
yeah.
speaks for itself. And Super Mario World on SNES speaks for itself because that was absolutely groundbreaking. Oh, look at him. Just timing those jumps like the pro.
And
Oh,
that's it.
the turtle shat on you, man. Damn, Koopa.
Uh,
Oh, that's okay. Mario has more lives. Oh god, here we go. Now, what I gotta say, y'all know how I feel about Metroid in general, so I'm not gonna say much. But god damn, what an intro this was!
oh yeah.
Like mysterious and creepy, and you didn't really know what you were in for. Yeah. So, and again, my one problem and complaint with this game, the grapple beam sucks. I hate the grapple beam. Other than that, it's phenomenal. So Loki, you talk us through. Take us the rest of the way here.
Oh, you start out. It's going to give you a little update on the last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace. The
Dun dun
intro to this
dun.
was like, I mean, you felt like you were. This was the first like, oh my god, I'm watching like a video game movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
guess I guess you could call this an early rendition of a cutscene. Like, what is
yeah,
this? What am I watching here? This is so cool.
and it didn't matter how many times you did this; it was always cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's your introduction to what you're going to be in for. 'Cause you talk about being literally dropped in the middle of nowhere and not knowing what the hell to do, man. Oh yeah. You think the first Metroid was cryptic and mysterious, which it is. This thing was expanded upon tenfold. Absolutely.
Valiant Renegade says Super Metroid and Link to the Past were peak Nintendo.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
The Game Boy one was good too. Shockwave, it really was. I
Yeah.
had that too.
That one has not aged quite as well, but it's still really cool. I mean, it was designed for Game Boy, so it's pick up and play, really. Those of you looking for a more modern rendition of that one, Samus Returns on 3DS is phenomenal. That was Mercury Steam, who also did Metroid Dread. Yeah, fantastic way to go if you want to play an updated version of Metroid 2.
We're going to talk super games while this long intro is playing. We're going to talk Super Star Wars. I did play Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, and Super Return of the Jedi. All great games. You would be surprised to find out that Super Star Wars is actually on the PS4. You can actually play Super Star Wars on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. It's on Xbox as well. You cannot play all of the games, which I think sucks. But
Yeah.
going through those again and playing them, I had a lot of fun. I took like half a day and played Super Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. I did cheat my ass off because those games are
Oh my
notoriously
god.
like, I'm
Yeah.
going to kill someone because I fell down a well. And I'm waiting
Yeah.
for Lassie to come and tell everybody, hey, hey, everybody, Loki fell down a well in
Oh
Super Star
no.
Wars.
Oh, Super
Um,
Star Wars, he deserves what he gets because everybody knows what we're in for. Thank you, Pat S. Apparently I took Samus to junior prom. Hey man, if she wants to go with me, that's cool. I'm down with
no,
that.
yes.
But yeah, the difficulty of all those Star Wars games on SNES, my god. That's why I'm glad these ended up on your list because I don't know how long I could have gone.
I could have totally seen the Super Star Wars games being an arcade.
Mm-hmm.
So I could
Oh
see
yeah.
them having their own arcade cabinet. I kind of want to take my my Street Fighter cabinet and kind of like modify it. I've been thinking about that. If I can get another one, because the Street Fighter cabinets are one of the easiest cabinets to remake. Um, I may do that. I may sand it down, make a Star Wars cabinet, and put the 3 Super Star Wars games on it as a cabinet.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, because that should have been an arcade exclusive, because that would have eaten up the dollars from the poor kids that had to just go through and, oh my god, just have the computer kick your ass and tell you to like it. There's still fantastic games, but man, if you're not ready for a couple headaches along the way, don't do it. Just use, these aren't the games you're looking for. No, but they're still good. They're still really good. They're just really hard, in my opinion.
What was another one on your list?
Real quick, we got Batman Returns. I don't know if we'll have time to see everything that we recorded.
Batman is on here.
Batman is on there. Humor and Waffle says Samus wore her Zero suit to the dance, but put on the gravity suit after the party. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Samus can wear what she wants. That's all right. Yeah, Batman Returns, a lot of fun. Good challenge. Graphics are excellent. The soundtrack is excellent. Based on obviously the Batman Returns movie, frame by frame. So yeah, it's a really fun beat 'em up if you're a Batman fan. And real quick, did you get a chance to go through the Death and Return of Superman?
I did. And comic book wise, it's very faithful. It's very faithful to the comic book as far as you could be for a Super Nintendo game back in the 90s. Fun. It's still fun. You got super moves. It's very like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles side-scrolling adventure, but fun. And you get to be all these different Superman. You get to be the original OG Superman. You get to be Cyborg Superman. You get to be Last Son of Krypton. You get to be Superboy, and you get to play as John Henry Irons.
Yeah, man.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. Oh shit, here we go, guys. Oh, this is where our coverage is gonna suck. That was a vampire pun. I'll show myself out.
Shum says, what? Samus is a girl? I didn't think there were any strong female game characters before Horizon Forbidden West. It is all an illusion.
It is. Also, yeah, check this out, guys. You can moonwalk up and down the stairs. Yes. Yeah, Samus is a girl. So yeah, I'm sorry to all you ists out there that may not like that. Yeah. So Super Castlevania 4. Man, the control you have comparatively to the original NES titles, which are still fantastic. The control is so nice. It looks a bit clunky, and sometimes it is, especially when you have to try to swing with your whip. But this game is just so much fun. Challenging for first-time players, challenging maybe for veterans as well, if you don't know what you're doing or if you've forgotten along the way. But the level of detail here too, because like there's 6 or 7 different layers going on in the background right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and this also one of the games that utilized the Mode 7 graphics chip. Yeah, the environments, the soundtrack, just the level of control you have, the enemies, the combat, it is all so satisfying, guys. This is Super Castlevania 4 in a nutshell. Don't miss out.
What I think is funny is when you play Symphony of the Night later on PS1, it is explained that the reason why the levels look different in each Castlevania game is because the castle changes. The castle is never the same. The castle is alive, just as alive as Dracula. And it changes.
Changes.
It's a living, breathing entity.
Yeah. Yeah. So you mentioned, oh God, man. Yeah. You feel like King Kong on cocaine there, don't you? So you mentioned Symphony of the Night, which everybody still loves. As a kid, that was a big deal to beat this game and see the hair. Every couple of days, another kid would come ring out of their house bragging about seeing her. Oh, yeah, I concur. So you mentioned Symphony of the Night, which people still love to this day. Here's the clunky chain friggin', yeah, I still couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing. So Symphony of the Night, people still love and play that to this day. Would you say Super Castlevania 4 still holds up as well as Symphony of the Night? No.
It's a great game for the Super Nintendo, but it is not as universally loved. Almost everybody loved Symphony of the Night,
Yeah.
and the people that didn't will talk crap about it all day and say that these are so much better and yada yada yada. But for the most part, everybody loves Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
I saw somebody like a Reddit user a couple of years ago, and this person being in their 20s was like, I don't get what the deal with this game is. I don't know why anybody likes it, because it's honestly, it doesn't play that well. And you have to understand that a lot of this was like peak.
Yeah.
This was peak.
Mm-hmm.
What we're watching right now was the beginning of peak. If it wasn't for this, we would have never gotten Symphony of the Night. But yeah, I think Symphony of the Night, as far as Metroidvania side scrollers go, it's one of the reasons why it's called Metroidvania instead of just Metroid style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they were pretty much the grandma and grandpa of everything that subsequently came after that. Oh God, Rondo of Blood looks, yeah, it looks killer, but man, it plays like shit compared to this. But it's still cool. But it is infinitely harder than Super Castlevania 4.
I love Rondo of Blood.
Yeah. I found it more difficult than this one, in my opinion, anyway. I'm sure there are obviously people that are better at games than I am, but yeah. Yeah, man. Super Castlevania.
So what do we got? Let's see. What else do I have on the list? Mega Man X. We can touch on that real quick. X. Getting through that game and getting all the abilities, all the health, all the bonuses, and then going for the Hadoken and having a weapon that's a one-hit killer.
Mm-hmm.
You could kill anything in the game with one hit. As long as you fired that Hadoken off, you get that Hadoken off fast enough in the final battle, you've got a one-hit kill.
Yeah, man. Oh, here we go with the boss fight. Yeah, Mega Man X. Oh, in your opinion, because I know there's a big handful of originals on original Nintendo. How do they stack up compared to the granddaddies of the franchise?
I think they do. I think they really do. And the OGs stand up. If you love Mega Man, you're going to love Mega Man X. There's an entire collection of Mega Man X on Steam right now that is completely 100% faithful to the SNES releases. So,
oh God,
if you love the X games, dun 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 dun.
Oh God, yeah, this was funny.
Tell us about your trip back with Kart.
I feel like a broken record because every time I go back and play these, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, I always find, like, look at this, guys. I always find myself saying, I used to be so good at this, because it's true. I used to be so good at this. But again, this is the first time playing Super Mario Kart, the OG, in I don't know how long. Like I've picked it up and played it a couple times for maybe a few minutes over the past couple years, but not as in depth as trying to get some decent footage for you guys. And just relearning how to drift. Well, relearning how to drift, but when to drift and the shortcuts and what the basic layout of all these tracks are like. Oh man, it was at times frustrating. But it wasn't frustrating to the point where I didn't want to play this anymore. I wanted to keep going and get better. And see, there you go. I'm utilizing a mushroom to skip that hole there. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun going back to this. I would definitely do it again. But at this point in my life, I would have to prepare myself for the higher speeds and the complete lack of care with the rubber banding AI and the amount of frustration that's going to come with it. But if you know what you're in for, this game is always going to be a lot of fun.
12 to 20 hours every weekend on this game. Valiant Renegade.
Wow.
Lady Mist, such a fun show. Loki and Zero. Thank you. Thank you, Lady Mist.
Thank you for your support, Lady Mist.
Nerdtorial Lifeform. I got this. Internals in Time the same Christmas. My Europe friends don't appreciate this one. This and 64 get too much hate. I think the newer games are meh. I agree.
I will tell a quick story.
Go ahead.
Because this weekend, okay, I love Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It is absolutely phenomenal. But this weekend, I went back and replayed Mario Kart Wii. That's just what it was called, Mario Kart Wii. Guys, every single game in the Mario Kart franchise has nothing that compares to the amount of rage-inducing bullshit that the AI controlled opponents have in Mario Kart Wii. Those racers that are against you are out for your blood and they will not stop. They are freaking Terminators. If oh my god, you talk about an ass kicking, go play Mario Kart Wii and expect to lose, because I promise you will.
So really quick, I'm gonna pause this really quick. I had a chance, I had an opportunity to get the handheld. What is it? DX? Is it the DX?
DS?
DS. Not the DS, but the
3DS?
No, the whatever the new thing is. The Nintendo
Switch?
Switch.
Oh, okay. I
the
thought
Switch,
we were
the LCD Switch.
Oh, the
Okay,
OLED Switch.
so the OLED Switch. So I had the opportunity. I could either get the OLED Switch or I could go with the Steam Deck. I want to tell you something. I have 1,000 games on Steam. 99% of those I'm gonna be able to play on the Steam Deck.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to get the Steam Deck. It's just I have 1,000 games at the ready to play. I can play. You can emulate on the Steam Deck. So I'm going to have a huge library of emulation. I don't have to break it like I would a Switch to do that on Switch. So it's not like I got to jailbreak a Switch. I can just load up my Steam Deck with whatever I want and play the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I can play this on a Steam Deck. I can play my entire Super Nintendo catalog on a Steam Deck. I'm going to go with the Steam Deck.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely not.
I know Switch has got some really cool stuff, but it's a matter of library.
Yeah.
I've got that library sitting there waiting.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm going to get a handheld, you put the money down, and yeah, I know the Steam Deck's more expensive, but it's going to have a lot more you can do.
Obviously, it's more expensive. It's essentially a handheld PC. It's more powerful hardware, you know. Yeah, and absolutely. If you've got a library that extensive and you're flirting with the idea of being able to take this on the go with you, oh, absolutely. Why not? Oh god, I just fucked up there. How bad am I? This is the easiest ghost house to go through too, and I'm looking absolutely horrible.
Yes, you can actually go down and buy a Switch. My Steam Deck will be here next month.
That soon already?
Yeah.
Did they bump up your date? Because I thought it wasn't until like May or something.
No.
That's
as far as I know. I'll go back and check. It says beginning of second quarter.
Yeah. Oh, watch this. Split second reaction with the feather. Oh, look at that jump. Yep, Koopa's got skills. Yeah.
April. It'll be here in April.
It's coming.
Next month is March, but it'll be here in a little over a month. So it'll be here in April.
Yeah, man. So I know we had a lot more to cover here. We don't have enough time. There's not enough time in the day.
Let's go over a list of really quick. On my list, what we did not talk about was Out of This World, Spider-Man, Maximum Carnage. We talked about Street Fighter and we talked about Ultimate Mortal Kombat. So really quick, Final Fantasy 3 is one of the best games you can play on Super Nintendo, along with Final Fantasy 2. Of course, those are Final Fantasy 4 and 6 in Japan. They're 4 and 6 now, is what we call them now, but back then they were 2 and 3. So if you're looking to get two really cool old school JRPGs for your Super Nintendo, Final Fantasy 2 and Final Fantasy 3 are the shit, along with Chrono Trigger, Legend of Zelda. Everything on this list is great, and I would buy Chrono Trigger, Legend of Zelda, Super Metroid, Super Mario All-Stars, Super Star Wars, all three, Mega Man X, Super Punch-Out, Death and Return of Superman, Final Fantasy 3, Out of This World, Spider-Man Maximum Carnage, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat. Any of those are great.
Hell yeah.
Super Nintendo. What about you?
All the above. Absolutely. Guys, I mean, with all the recommendations you guys gave us, because I'm pretty sure our top lists would match anybody. There's not a bad game on this list we had to go through.
Super Mario RPG.
Oh, God. What you're not seeing here, guys, I literally recorded 30 to 40 minutes of footage of this game. And that was just the first little couple intro areas. I edited it down to about 5 or 6 minutes, and that's how much random. See, right there, I just skipped a whole 25 minutes, pretty much. Or no, this is still the intro. But yeah, it's a very lengthy intro. It's just taking you through the basics of, fighting and mechanics and using items and blah blah blah. That's pretty much your first half hour in a nutshell. But obviously, being done by Squaresoft, big Final Fantasy influence, and it's classic Squaresoft partnered with the Mario series. You cannot go wrong here because the story is fantastic, the art style is fantastic. It's a very charming game. Nintendo just had a lot of charm, man. It's lengthy, so if you guys are into that kind of style, absolutely, this would be an absolute must play for you, which is also why this game is very, very hard to find at a relatively decent price these days. If you want a physical copy, if you want to emulate it, go for it. I won't say anything. Yeah, it's a fantastic worthy entry into the Mario series, and Squaresoft did Mario right by incorporating their style into it. Absolutely wonderful.
Yes, what else do we got here before we get out of here? We got something.
Also, guys, don't think this is the end. We could always do more. We can always do
Yoshi Island. I never played that shit. I never played Yoshi Island.
This is, well, real quick, this is another charmer. This is actually, it can be a quite lengthy game. On average, it may take you about 6 or 7 hours to get through the whole thing. Maybe not for a first run, might go a little bit longer. I had to relearn a lot of mechanics here, but it's very easy to figure out. This game heavily made use of the Mode 7 graphics chip. Art style is fantastic if you like that whole thing. Yes, whiny baby Mario is annoying, but the game has its charm, and it is a lot of fun.
Oh my God, I can hear that.
Oh my God, it's Batman. I sucked at this. I absolutely sucked at it, but it was very fun. But yeah, I mean, the list doesn't have to stop there, guys. We could do more, but we don't want to do 14 straight months of video games and shit for you. But yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to see, you can always let us know. We could pick this up at a later time.
Absolutely. And I think that's what we're going to do. We'll come back and do Sega. I know I want to talk about Sega. Not everybody played Sega.
Yeah. Humor and Waffles, we could at one point, if you've got the bladder control for it, we could probably do that. But yeah, that'll be sometime in the future. Yeah, Loki and I, we can talk some Sega, because as a Nintendo boy growing up, what better two people to do it? Because God, Loki will know more about Sega than I will. I was one of those kids looking in from the outside at Sega going, damn, they're black. Those of you that know, you know. Yeah, we could do this. We could do this all day, any day. So if there's anything else you guys want to see, just let us know. But once again, I just want to thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you all for your suggestions. This was an absolute fun to go through.
Earthworm Jim.
Oh my God, Earthworm Jim. Yeah.
Martha.
Look at Batman just beat the shit out of these clowns. Yeah, man. That's just the fun aspect of beat 'em ups. It's just satisfying. If it's got good sound effects and good graphics and all that, beat 'em up. That's why beat 'em ups are so popular. Oh, Batman just got shot in the balls.
A rocket launcher.
A rocket launcher, no less. Coffee, tea, Sega. Yeah, guys, we could do this again anytime. Y'all just have to let us know.
Sega. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us. Thank you as we have gone over the best of our choices for SNES. We didn't get to everything.
Not everything.
But,
yes, Pat S. Yes, we could do 64 too, but whatever. Yeah. Whatever you guys want. Yeah. Obviously.
I suppose I could play GoldenEye. I suppose I could play GoldenEye.
If we have to take one for the team, we could.
Play GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And Resident Evil 2.
On cartridge.
N64 cartridge. God help me.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you're taking that one for the team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're out of here. Everybody take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend Andrew. We'll be back next week with a new show. We're going to get away from gaming for just a little bit. We'll come back to it at some point in the future. But thank you all, everyone, for being here. Take it easy.
I love the glove. It's so bad.
Oh my God.
These videos are
N-O, N-O, no.
Mario!